Imagine standing before a mountain, not carved by nature but by human hands. A monument so massive, so precise, and so mysterious that even in the age of satellites and supercomputers, we still struggle to understand how it was built. The Great Pyramid of Giza rises from the desert like a challenge across time. For over 4,500 years, it has defied storms, invasions, and the erosion of centuries. Empires have fallen, languages have disappeared, yet this single monument endures, whispering across the sands of history. More than 2 million limestone blocks, each weighing as much as an elephant, fitted together with astonishing precision. The joints between them are so tight that even a sheet of paper cannot slide between the stones, and still the pyramid's sides align almost perfectly with the 4 cardinal directions of Earth. No compass, no GPS, just knowledge we barely understand today.
But here is the true enigma. Who commanded such a structure? How did people thousands of years before modern cranes, trucks, or steel tools move and raise millions of tons of stone? Why was it aligned with the stars, with Orion's Belt, with the North Pole, as if it were not just a tomb, but a message written in the sky? Some say it was merely a burial chamber, a royal tomb for a powerful king. Others argue it was far more, a cosmic machine designed to guide the soul of a pharaoh into eternity. And some even whisper of darker, stranger possibilities, hidden knowledge, lost technology, or visitors from beyond our world. Every theory leaves us with more questions than answers. And that, perhaps, is why the Great Pyramid still grips our imagination. It is not simply a relic of the past. It is a riddle carved in stone. So tonight, we travel back to ancient Egypt, to the reign of a mighty pharaoh named Khufu, to a time when the desert sands echoed with the chants of workers, priests, and engineers, to the moment when one of humanity's greatest mysteries first began to rise toward the heavens. This is not just the story of a pyramid. This is the story of ambition, of power, of genius, and of secrets that may never fully be revealed. To understand the Great Pyramid, we must first step into the world of its creator, Pharaoh Khufu. Khufu, also known by his Greek name Cheops, ruled Egypt during the 4th dynasty, around 2600 BC. At this time, Egypt was not just a kingdom, it was the most powerful civilization on earth. Its wealth came from fertile lands along the Nile, its order from a strict hierarchy, and its unity from a shared belief that the pharaoh was not merely a king, but a god on earth. Imagine standing in Khufu's court. Priests chant prayers to the sun god Ra, scribes carve sacred words into papyrus, and artisans craft golden amulets believed to hold magical power. In this world, life and death were inseparable. Death was not the end, it was a journey the pharaoh had to complete in order to ascend to the heavens and join the gods. For Khufu, immortality was not optional, it was destiny, and the pyramid was to be his vehicle. The Egyptians believed the pyramid was more than stone and geometry. Its very shape, the triangle rising to the sky, symbolized the rays of the sun. The pyramid was a staircase, a bridge, a cosmic ladder, carrying the king's soul upward. Every angle, every chamber, every passage was designed with religious meaning. The pyramid was a machine for eternity. But why so enormous? Why 2 million stones, each cut and carried with unimaginable effort? Because size was power. To build something beyond comprehension was to declare that the pharaoh's authority was limitless, his connection to the gods unquestionable. The Great Pyramid was propaganda in stone, a message to his people and perhaps to the universe itself. Now, consider the scale of labor. Modern estimates suggest it may have taken a workforce of around 20,000 to 30,000 men, laboring for decades. These were not slaves in chains, as Hollywood often imagines, but skilled workers, craftsmen, and seasonal farmers who came to serve during the months when the Nile flooded their fields. They were fed, housed, and organized into teams. Archaeological evidence shows entire worker villages with bakeries, breweries, and even medical facilities. Picture it. Tens of thousands of people hauling massive stones across the desert, chanting in rhythm, ropes straining, sledges dragging. The desert sun beats down, whips crack, not on the backs of slaves, but to signal coordination. Every block set into place was an act of devotion, a brick in the pharaoh's stairway to the stars. And yet, the more we learn, the more mysterious it becomes. The pyramid's inner layout is unlike anything before it. Hidden chambers, angled shafts pointing toward Orion and the North Star, passageways leading to what seem like symbolic voids. Was this purely symbolic? Or did Khufu's architects know secrets of astronomy, mathematics, and engineering far ahead of their time? Think about this. The base of the pyramid covers 13 acres. Its sides are almost perfectly equal, measuring about 230 meters each. Its original height was nearly 147 meters, taller than any structure built on Earth until the Eiffel Tower over 4,000 years later. And its orientation? The sides align within a fraction of a degree to true north. Even today, with lasers and satellites, we would struggle to achieve such precision on this scale. This is the paradox of the Great Pyramid. It was built in an age of copper chisels and wooden sledges, yet it displays accuracy and complexity that challenge our modern assumptions. Did Khufu's people truly manage this with sheer manpower and ingenuity, or did they inherit knowledge now lost to us? The truth, perhaps, lies in both. Human genius, driven by divine belief, can achieve wonders. And in Khufu's time, nothing was considered more sacred than the pharaoh's journey to eternity. The Great Pyramid was not just architecture, it was a prayer, a weapon of immortality, and a symbol of human willpower carved into the desert sands. And so, as Khufu gazed upon his rising monument, stone by stone, he was not simply building a tomb, he was building a legacy. A voice that would echo across millennia, a puzzle that we today still struggle to solve. If the Great Pyramid was Khufu's vision of eternity, then its construction was humanity's ultimate test. How, over 4,500 years ago, did the ancient Egyptians transform 2 million blocks of limestone and granite into a monument so vast that it still dominates the desert horizon? This question has fascinated historians, archaeologists, and engineers for centuries. And while we may never know the complete truth, the theories reveal not just how the pyramid may have been built, but also the incredible ingenuity of the people who dared to attempt it. The challenge of the stones. Let's begin with the basics. The stones themselves. The bulk of the pyramid is made of local limestone, quarried just a short distance away from the site. But the finer, outer casing stones, those polished white blocks that once made the pyramid shine like a mirror in the sun, were cut from higher quality limestone at Tura, across the Nile. And the massive granite blocks used for the internal chambers, some weighing up to 80 tons, were transported from Aswan, more than 800 kilometers to the south. Pause for a moment and think. Moving a single granite block that size with no iron tools, no wheels, and no cranes. Now imagine moving hundreds. The scale of the task is almost incomprehensible. Ramps, the classic theory. For decades, the most widely accepted theory has been the use of ramps. The idea is simple. By building a long earthen ramp, workers could drag the stones upward using sledges and ropes. But the details are less simple. A straight ramp reaching the top of the pyramid would need to be miles long and would require more material than the pyramid itself. A zigzagging ramp up the sides is possible, but it would obscure the work and complicate construction. Some propose a spiral ramp wrapping around the outside, while others imagine an internal ramp hidden within the pyramid structure. Each version solves some problems but creates new ones. The straight ramp is too massive. The spiral ramp leaves little archaeological evidence, and the internal ramp remains speculative. And yet, ramps of some kind are still the most likely solution. Evidence of ramps has been found at smaller pyramids, showing that the Egyptians certainly used them in some form. Water and sand, an ingenious trick. Another clue comes from an ancient wall painting that shows workers pouring water in front of a sledge, carrying a statue. For years, scholars thought it was symbolic, but recent experiments proved otherwise. Adding water reduces friction, making the sand firm enough to drag heavy loads across. This simple trick, wetting the sand, could have been one of the secrets that made transporting stones feasible. Imagine teams of workers coordinating the exact amount of moisture in the desert sand, mastering a technique that modern physics only confirmed in the 21st century. Levers and counterweights. Some researchers suggest the Egyptians may have used wooden levers and counterweight systems. A block could be raised step by step, tilting it upward onto higher ledges. Others propose using ropes and pulleys to redistribute force. While direct evidence is scarce, the Egyptians were known to be masters of simple machines, so this theory cannot be dismissed. The mysterious precision. Yet, the question is not only how the stones were moved, but how they were placed with such astonishing precision. The joints between the casing stones were so tight that even a sheet of paper could not fit between them. The base of the pyramid is level within just a few centimeters across an area of 13 acres. How could this be achieved with copper tools and no advanced measuring instruments? Some believe they used water levels, ditches filled with water, to create a perfectly horizontal reference line. Others think they relied on astronomy, aligning the pyramid with the stars. The shafts inside the pyramid point almost exactly to Orion's Belt and the North Star as they appeared in 2600 BC. This was not coincidence. It was design. Modern discoveries. In 2017, scientists made a breakthrough using muon radiography, a form of cosmic ray scanning. They detected a large hidden void within the pyramid. This mysterious chamber, never entered by humans in recorded history, reignited debates. Was it a construction passage, a symbolic chamber, or something else entirely? Every discovery seems to add more questions than answers. Human genius or lost knowledge. The Great Pyramid has often fueled speculation about lost technologies or even extraterrestrial influence. After all, how could a society with no modern machines achieve such feats? But perhaps that is underestimating human capability. The workers who built the pyramid lived and breathed their task. Their entire world revolved around serving the Pharaoh and securing his passage to eternity. For them, it was not just engineering, it was sacred duty. And when human determination is fueled by divine purpose, the impossible can become real. A living construction site. Let us imagine the pyramid under construction. The desert is alive with activity. Teams of workers haul stones from the quarries, their chants echoing through the air. Overseers measure angles with plumb bobs and sighting tools. Engineers, priests in their own right, consult the stars at night, adjusting alignments to the heavens. Bakers prepare bread in vast ovens. Brewers produce jars of beer. Doctors treat injured workers. It is not just a construction site. It is a city of devotion. Over the decades, stone upon stone is raised, layer upon layer, until the pyramid pierces the sky. And when it was finished, polished smooth and gleaming white, it was the tallest and most magnificent structure on Earth, a beacon for the living, a stairway for the dead, a message carved in stone that still speaks today. The Great Pyramid is not only an engineering wonder, it is also a mystery written in stone. For over 4 millennia, it has challenged explorers, scholars, and dreamers. Why was it built? What secrets does it still hold? And what does it truly mean? Lost treasures and ancient legends throughout history, the pyramid has been a magnet for treasure hunters. Ancient Greek historians wrote of hidden chambers filled with gold, scrolls, and sacred relics. Medieval travelers imagined secret doors and magical traps protecting the pharaoh's eternal wealth. Yet when archaeologists entered the king's chamber in the 19th century, they found nothing. No golden sarcophagus, no jeweled crown, no royal mummy. Only an empty granite coffin, its lid long missing. This absence has fueled centuries of speculation. Was Khufu's body stolen in antiquity? Was the burial chamber never completed? Or could the true tomb lie hidden in a chamber yet undiscovered, sealed away deep within the pyramid's core? Hidden chambers and modern technology. In recent decades, science has given us new eyes to peer inside the pyramid. Ground-penetrating radar, thermal imaging, and most recently, muon tomography have revealed intriguing anomalies, hidden voids, mysterious passages, and unexplained heat spots along the stones. The most famous discovery came in 2017, when researchers announced the detection of a massive hidden cavity above the Grand Gallery. Longer than a passenger jet, it remains sealed and inaccessible. Its purpose, unknown. Is it a construction tunnel, abandoned scaffolding space, or a symbolic chamber designed for spiritual reasons? No one can say for certain, but the fact that such a vast space could remain hidden for 4,500 years reminds us how much of the pyramid still resists explanation. The symbolism of the shape. Beyond its structure, the pyramid's very form is loaded with meaning. The pyramid rises like a staircase to the heavens, a frozen ray of sunlight carved into stone. Its four sides align almost perfectly with the cardinal directions, as if anchoring earth to sky. And at its heart lies the Pharaoh's chamber, a gateway between life and afterlife. To the ancient Egyptians, the pyramid was not just a tomb, it was a resurrection machine. The triangular shape represented the rays of the sun, lifting the king's soul upward to join Ra, the sun god, in his eternal journey. Every block, every angle, was a piece of cosmic theology. The Orion Mystery. One of the most famous theories is the Orion correlation. In the 1990s, researchers proposed that the three Great Pyramids of Giza align with the three stars of Orion's belt. Indeed, when viewed from above, their positions matched the stars with striking similarity. To the Egyptians, Orion was associated with Osiris, god of the afterlife. Could the pyramids have been a vast map of the heavens, built to reflect the sky on earth? The shafts leading out of the king's chamber also seem to support this theory. One points toward Orion's belt as it appeared in 2500 BC, while another points north toward the star Thuban, then the pole star. These alignments were not accidents, they were messages to the cosmos. Mathematical secrets. The Great Pyramid also hides numerical mysteries. Its perimeter, when divided by its height, yields a value astonishingly close to 2 pi, the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. Some see this as evidence the Egyptians understood advanced mathematics far earlier than expected. Others argue it is coincidence. But the precision of the pyramid continues to inspire mathematicians and mystics alike. Was it purely geometry or intentional encoding of cosmic constants? Alternative theories and wild speculations. Of course, not all theories are scientific. Some suggest the pyramid was not a tomb at all, but an ancient power plant harnessing the Earth's energy. Others imagine it as a giant water pump, a beacon for extraterrestrials, or even a time capsule built by a lost civilization. These ideas may lack solid evidence, but they reveal something important. The pyramid is a mirror for human imagination. Every era projects its hopes and fears onto it, from pharaohs seeking immortality to modern dreamers searching for hidden truths. A symbol across time. Today, the Great Pyramid stands not just as Egypt's monument, but as humanity's. It is a symbol of endurance, having withstood earthquakes, looters, and the erosion of time. It is a symbol of mystery, still guarding secrets beneath its ancient stones. And it is a symbol of aspiration, the human drive to reach higher, to touch eternity, to leave something behind that outlives us. As the sun sets over the desert, the pyramid casts its shadow across the sands, just as it has for 4,500 years. A shadow of mystery, a shadow of greatness, a shadow of us. As we step back from the shadows of the Great Pyramid, we realize that its story is far from over. It is not merely a relic of the past, it is a living testament to human curiosity, ingenuity, and ambition. For thousands of years, it has inspired awe and wonder, Travelers, explorers, and scholars have tried to unravel its secrets. Yet each discovery often raises more questions than answers. This is the paradox of the Great Pyramid. It reveals and conceals at the same time. It teaches us something profound about the human spirit. Every stone placed, every chamber carved, every alignment made speaks to a desire to reach beyond ourselves, to touch something eternal, to leave a mark that endures across millennia. And perhaps that is the greatest lesson of all. The Great Pyramid is not only about kings or pharaohs, it is about all of us. Every era that gazed upon it saw a reflection of its own hopes, dreams, and mysteries. Even today, scientists and historians continue to debate fundamental questions. Were there hidden chambers we have yet to discover? Did the builders use advanced techniques now lost to history? Were there spiritual or cosmological messages encoded into every stone? The fact that these questions remain unanswered is part of the pyramid's allure. It is a reminder that some mysteries are meant to endure, encouraging us to seek, to imagine, and to explore. The Great Pyramid has influenced countless aspects of culture, from literature to art to film. It is a symbol of humanity's desire to reach the heavens and to understand the universe. Science fiction writers imagine alien architects and lost civilizations. Artists paint it as a beacon of mystery and knowledge, and every person who stands before it, even for a fleeting moment, feels the weight of history, the thrill of discovery, and the whisper of stories waiting to be told. But the legacy of the Great Pyramid extends beyond the desert sands. It reminds us that history is a conversation, not a record. Every civilization leaves traces of its beliefs, achievements, and dreams. We may never fully understand every message or uncover every hidden chamber, yet the pursuit itself enriches our understanding of who we are. The pyramid challenges us to embrace curiosity. It asks us to value knowledge, to respect the past, and to recognize the intricate connections between culture, science, and imagination. So, what does this mean for you, the explorer watching today? It means that the past is never static. Every story, every artifact, every ancient monument holds lessons waiting for those who care to look. The Great Pyramid, in all its grandeur and mystery, encourages us to pay attention, to wonder, and to seek connections between history and our own lives. Perhaps there is a chamber of your own curiosity waiting to be opened, a story yet untold, a discovery yet made. And just like the builders of Giza, we too can aspire to leave a mark, however small, that resonates across time. As we close this chapter on the Great Pyramid, remember this: its stones are silent witnesses to history, yet they speak loudly to those who listen. Its chambers may be hidden, yet their mysteries echo in every curious mind. Its legacy is not just in the past. It lives in the questions we ask, the stories we tell, and the wonder we share. If you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join us as we continue to unlock the hidden stories of the past and explore the secrets still waiting to be discovered. And remember, every story leaves a trace